If you're looking for a city with lots of green spaces, A-rated schools, and lots of places to ride a horse, Wellington might be for you. Hey everyone, I'm Palm Beaches Paul, your local realtor and guide to South Florida living, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the Villages of Wellington, and welcome to Wellington International. We are at the world famous Equestrian Center out here in Wellington, and this place is known for all of the equestrian competitions, the Winter Equestrian Festival that takes place every year in the winter, starting around January and running to the end of April. They're almost wrapping it up for the season, but this is just one of the many things that put Wellington on the map, so to say. And we are going to take a look at some new construction today, and then we're going to talk about some other new projects, and we're going to give you a little history about this place, Wellington, one of the newer cities in the state of Florida. It's not that old. It was first founded back in the 1970s, and we'll talk about that in a minute. If you are ever in Wellington in the winter, I highly recommend you come out here for the Winter Festival. It's a great event. I've been to it a few times with my wife because she was working for a nonprofit, and they have a big charitable event that takes place here where they ride, and then the organizations that are in it, the charities, have a chance to win money. So it's pretty neat, but it's beautiful horses, beautiful facility. So as I said, Wellington is one of the newest large communities here in South Florida. We're in the western part of Palm Beach County, and Wellington actually didn't start out as a city. It started out as a master plan community in 1970. So originally all the land out here was owned by a gentleman named Charles Wellington, and it was a large cattle ranch. But developers saw the potential for open spaces and creating a master plan community. So in the 1970s, they created the landings of Wellington. But as Palm Beach County started to grow in the 80s and 90s, a lot of people started to move from the coastal communities out east and decided to come out west. And then later on, in 1995, they decided to change the name to the Villages of Wellington. They still have some events going on here today. Not very crowded. I'm not too sure what the event is, but as you can see, there were some people out riding horses. But as I said, this is a city that a lot of people moved to because they wanted that suburban lifestyle. They wanted more open space. It is known for really good schools out here. We'll talk about a new private school that they have plans to build out here as well. And of course, equestrian. It is a huge part of Wellington. Everyone knows Wellington as the horse city and polo city, and with that comes a lot of wealth, and a lot of people bringing a lot of money here every year. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you some new homes. There's a builder, Lennar Homes, one of the bigger home builders out here, and I got invited to take a look at some of their new homes that they just released. So we're going to go out and take a look at this new community, and then there's some other projects that Stephen Ross, I've spoken a lot about him. He's with Related Ross, and he's been developing all of West Palm Beach. Well, he also has some big plans for Wellington, and there's some new projects there. So with that, let's hop in the car. We're gonna head over and show you some new homes, and then we'll talk about some of the other projects. All right, so we have made it over to this new development by Lennar Homes. As you can see, it's brand new, so new. I don't even have a model to show you. They're not done yet, but I do have some renderings provided to me from the developer, so I can show you those. And where we're at is the Estates at Lotus Wellington. And this is a whole development of not only a community here by Lennar, but over in the back, we'll show you, it's also a development of a company called Lotus. So there's great restaurants over there. There's a sushi restaurant, which has, we're gonna go check this one out. I'm not a sushi eater, but all the food's delivered, I believe, on like an automated system. Like I've seen this in videos for Japan. So what I'm thinking it is, from what the agent told me, was the food gets brought out to you sort of on like maybe a train track or something. I don't know. We'll go check it out. But it's cool, and this is just one of those great developments. You know, I'm always trying to show you homes that are in communities that you can enjoy, right? Like I'll show you a home, and then sometimes I have to drive a little bit to show you where a restaurant or a coffee shop is, but that's not the case here. This whole development is right here. I mean, you could walk over there. It's a short drive if you had to, but all the restaurants and everything are right nearby. There's Foxtail Coffee, which is a great coffee shop. I featured them in some of my videos. So what you have here is you have a mixture of townhomes and single family homes. So I'm gonna spin it around. So you have townhomes that will be either 2-car garage or 1-car garage. And the townhomes are 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. And you're starting at about $675,000 for the townhomes. And then you'll have single family homes, which go up to 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. And those are priced at about 1.136, somewhere in that. That's the prices they're showing right now. Obviously, all prices are subject to change. I don't work for Lennar Homes. I work with True Floridian Realty. I'm a broker associate, and I can help you buy new. I can help you buy a resale. I can help you rent. You guys know all that. I'm a local realtor. Call me. I can help you with anything related to real estate other than commercial. And even that, I have someone on my team who can handle that for you. But if you want to look at new construction, you give me a call and I can bring you out to places like this. That's why I make these videos. So this community is just being built and they're selling, but as you can see, they don't have any models yet. So we'll just have to look at the renders and imagine, if you will, but it's nice. And Lennar makes a good product. They build the homes out at Arden as one of the communities that they're located in. And I had some clients who watched me on YouTube and then bought a new home at Arden. So that's further out west, really great community. I think there's only townhomes left out there. But so this is gonna be one of the newest developments here in Wellington, and you're right here off of State Road 7, the main road that goes up and down here going north and south. So there's lots of stuff close by. The monthly HOA will be $600 here, and that includes cable and internet. Also, it looks like it's gonna be a gated community, I think, from what I could tell, but they will have a playground for the kids, they'll have a swimming pool, and they'll have 1 pickleball court. And so that's pretty cool. I told you in my video before that I was making about a week ago or 2 weeks ago that I'm really into pickleball now. And so it's super popular, and everywhere you go, they're gonna have at least 1 pickleball court. This may be the clubhouse from the looks of it. So they'll probably have a clubhouse, and then you can see here's the townhomes. And there's your pickleball court. And there's a swimming pool. So that is the clubhouse. Not a huge community, but I'm seeing that quite often with a lot of developers. They don't have as much land, and so whatever land they can get, they're putting up communities. Just looked at another one of Lennar's properties further down in Lake Worth. We'll maybe take a look at that in the upcoming weeks. And they're big homes, but they only have about 136 homes. And then I did that video a couple weeks ago about the other, I think it was Devasta, and they only had like 160 homes or something. So there's not these huge plots of land where they're putting hundreds of thousands, thousands of, not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of homes. Like where I live, we have like 2,000 homes in my community, one of the largest ones in the entire county of Palm Beach. But you're finding more places that are smaller like this. So if you're looking to buy something in between the 675 and 1.2 million, and again, those are the prices I saw right now. They could go up from there and they can always change, but reach out to me at my phone number right here below, and I'd be happy to bring you over here and talk to the agent and have you look at one of these nice properties. So what we're gonna do is let's head over, because they have the whole Lotus section back here. It's got restaurants and shops and all that. Let me go show you some of the places that would be right next door to this neighborhood if you chose to live here. Man, it is so windy. We've had horrible rainstorms the past 2 days. Like, we were in a drought here in Florida, but Mother Nature decided to give us all the rain in one day that we were lacking. All right, so the place right now is called the Lotus. This is the Lotus Plaza, and spinning around here, you got some nice modern looking new places. That's over there. You got Foxtail Coffee. That's a great little coffee shop. Degree Wellness. There's place called Trumbull, I guess, over there. And then there's Cooper's Hawk, which is supposed to be a really good restaurant, especially for wine people. So I've heard a lot about it. Haven't been there yet, but I'm thinking of taking the wife there to check it out. So, but I'm gonna come down here. I don't know if they're open, but we're gonna see if this sushi restaurant's open. Or at least get inside for a video. All right, so this is cool. It's not what I thought it was. That was too old. It's much more modern now. So it's called Kura Sushi, Revolving Sushi Bar. They're obviously from Japan. They have restaurants all over the world, and I think they have like 500 here in the United States, I think she said already. So we're gonna go inside. This is cool. Wait till you guys see this. If you haven't experienced this, this is pretty cool. And I'm not a sushi fan, but I may have to try it just to eat here. That was so cool. All right, so what she said was you order on the menu. You have a menu, and so what you see here, you can get your food, and then the robot, which we saw go by a little while ago, that brings your drinks. And if you don't see something on here that you want, then you can order more off the menu. And she said each item's about $3.90. So figure that out, what you're gonna eat, but pretty cool. And I was wrong, they have 500 locations in Japan. They have, I think, maybe 10 or so across the United States and quite a few here in Florida. I think 5 in Florida. So anyway, cool little restaurant. Definitely want to come here and check this out with my friend. Okay, how cool is that place? Definitely coming back. I got to come back here. I don't have time to eat today, but I'm definitely going to come back and try it. As I said, I'm not even a sushi fan, right? I'll eat some of the fried tempura stuff, but I'm going to have to give it a shot. So the last little clip I showed you is if you order 15 plates and then you slide your plate down below, after 15 plates, that little thing up top will drop a ball and it will have something like Hello Kitty or some anime or something, you know, related to Japanese culture. So that's kind of fun. So good way to get you to order more food, right? Okay, so you've seen some new homes. You've seen where you can eat around here. Not bad. There's a new project that's being developed by Stephen Ross of Ross Development, and it's going to be another, like a midtown, sort of like a city place. Think of a city place. And they're going to be developing that out here. And then there's also a private school that they're bringing. So I'm going to go and we're going to head over to where that project could take place and show you some of the new development that's coming out here. That was a pretty cool restaurant, wasn't it? I definitely want to check that place out. But look at all this standing water. We have been just getting dumped on with rain the past 2 days. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know we're in a drought, but like I said, we don't need all the rain in one day, but we're getting it. All right, guys, well, hey, so far, what do you think about this video? Hopefully you like what you're seeing. Hopefully if Wellington was a place that you were considering, you might reach out to me and take a look at the new homes. There's also plenty of resale communities we could look at, lots of gated communities, equestrian, golf, it has it all out here in Wellington. But the last thing I want to talk to you about was a new project that Stephen Ross is working on. Now, Stephen Ross, I've spoken about him quite a bit in all my videos because he is changing the face of Palm Beach County. He's really done a lot to change the face of West Palm Beach, and he wants to continue that change out here in the village of Wellington. So Ross is trying to make Palm Beach County a major business and lifestyle hub. And the way he's doing that is by all the developments. You've seen the projects that I've talked about with many of the condo buildings. He has City Place where he's redeveloping that and bringing in new businesses and new towers. And he wants to do it out here in Wellington. But one of the key things that he hears from executives all the time is, if we're gonna relocate to Palm Beach County, where will my kids go to school? Now, we're dealing with executives who are billionaires, and they're not just putting their kids in public school. They want their kids to be in private school, like Palm Beach Day School and Rosarian Academy and the King's Academy. A lot of those are private schools. Well, there's another one that could be coming out here to Wellington, and it would be going on this land, I guess, right behind me. So on this open piece of land right here, he has plans to develop another shopping district similar to maybe a city place, but out here in Wellington. That's State Road 7 in the background, a very busy road that goes north and south, goes all the way heading down towards Miami, and it goes up and kind of ends right in about North Lake. For now, they have plans, I think, to extend it. But this area here is where he is thinking about developing with some other people a shopping center. Think of it as a mini downtown or village center. But with that, and with a lot of the wealth that's out here in Wellington, a lot of people look to Wellington for good schools, and a lot of the wealthy people, the execs, they want private schools. So as I mentioned, like some of those schools like Palm Beach Day School and Oxbridge Academy, well, they've teamed up with a architect that does a lot of designs for Ivy League schools, and they're looking at possibly putting a new private school out here. So the school would be called the Wingrove Academy, and it would be pre-K through 12th grade. It would have about 1,700 students, and they plan it to be open sometime around fall of 2028. The school would focus on STEM, athletics, and modern learning environments. Now, the estimated price to attend a school like that, think Oxbridge Academy, you're probably looking at somewhere between $40,000 to $47,000 a year, depending on the age of your student, or the age of your child. So depending on it's on the preschool on up, might be a little less, and as you get into the high school years, a little bit more. But like I said, he's not just looking to build another school, it's part of a bigger strategy, because he's trying to lure executives from places like Chicago and New York. And when those executives are looking at maybe opening offices here or relocating here, they always ask, where will my kids go to school? So they're trying to elevate Wellington by developing the shopping center and having a private school like that. Then it attracts those type of people who may want to live out here and may already have their kids in equestrian horse riding and might want to look at Wellington as a place to live, especially if it has a school like that. By doing this, he will help elevate Wellington's reputation as being more than just an equestrian destination. So we'll see. I mean, right now, it's just a bunch of grass there. Some people would like to keep that just like that. Just down the road here is a big church and not a whole lot more from what I could tell, but that all may change in the future. It is quite peaceful out here other than all the traffic rolling by. But listen, if you guys like these videos, do me a favor, please be sure to like and subscribe. As always, hit that thumbs up so it tells YouTube, hey, I like this guy, I like his videos. They're educational and informative, and they're helping me with my real estate needs. Please reach out to me with any real estate questions. I am a licensed real estate agent, so I can help you buy and sell. And I want to thank somebody who donated to the Buy Me a Coffee. So there's an app that says Buy Me a Coffee, and it allows you to support this channel. And people go there every once in a while and buy a coffee. It's actually just making a donation to me. I appreciate that, folks. You didn't leave a name, so whoever you are, thank you very much for the coffee. It means a lot. And I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to click the links at the end of this video. There'll be one for a video that I recommend, and then there's another one for the playlist. And the playlist will have a list of all the different cities that I've made videos about, like the one I'm making today. All right, guys. Well, wherever you are in the world, I hope the weather is better than what I've been experiencing, but wherever you are, get out and enjoy paradise. I'll see you next week.